What is up, everyone? It's the Munch and welcome back to Pokemon Spectrum. We're still here in Gobi Village chilling with our new buddy Aychem, who I've actually added onto the party, or I guess you could say Aychem. And speaking of Aychem, we actually got an Aychem from the professor after battling him last episode, and we can actually use that on our little Pokemon that's following us here to, I believe, change his form similar to Rotom. But speaking of last episode, it was quite a while ago now, and I wanted to explain the absence, the random week that I took off here after claiming last episode that I was going to turn this into a daily series. So we will definitely talk about that a little bit later into the episode. But as I mentioned, there is this transformation that I wanted to get started with Aychem here, as well as kind of getting to where we left off last episode, because we did make it pretty far into Route 5 here, and hopefully today we're also going to be making it to the next town and the next gym. So if you guys are excited, make sure to hit that like button. We have finally returned, guys, and this time it's for real. I'm back home, and I will have lots more time to record, as well as actually being home, so definitely have my equipment and stuff. But let's get to it finally, as we can actually use this Aychem here on Aychem, and that will allow us to teach him the move Cut. I think I tried doing this last episode, but I guess we needed that special Aychem, and as you can see from the mini sprite there, it actually does look really different. It's electric and grass type, so I guess I'm going to go ahead and get rid of recover here, even though I guess I should have kept it around. It's a healing move, and I do tend to forget to buy healing items, but hey, there we go. It changed form. Oh, and it changed form again. Okay, I didn't mean to do that, but there we go. Now that we have that, we can actually check out what the sprite looks like, because yeah, we can't really tell from the mini sprite, but there it is. Not quite a lawnmower. I guess it's more like a chainsaw. That's pretty sick, actually. And I believe it still keeps the same ability, levitate there. But we did learn Cut as well, so yeah, definitely a pretty good addition to the team, if I do say so myself. You may have noticed that I also got rid of Tumbly and Olvie, because they were also normal and grass type, and I guess I thought that maybe Aychem would remain a normal type, but it doesn't really matter. I don't really use ground types, or why the heck did I say ground? Normal types that often anyway, sorry. So I thought it would be kind of cool to add Aychem, because he's actually kind of a unique Pokemon for this game as well. So yeah, let's check him out in action now with the new Cut move that we just taught it. Though I guess Thunder Shock might be better. I think this thing has a Way Beast special attack, so Thunder Shock should be pretty powerful here. Let's try it out against Pajambas. Oh, that actually didn't do that much. I guess it's kind of lame because now we have 2 electric types on the team. But that's not really too lame. I do love me some electric types, and I feel like in playthroughs, I don't really ever use that many electric types, so the more the merrier in this case. But I did get rid of Olvie, as I mentioned. I tried figuring out a little bit more about the Pokemon, as well as thanks to you guys' comments. I think Olvie is pretty much like another Eevee for this game, and it evolves into different forms, like a ton of different evolutions, just like Eevee, but depending on where you actually level it up. I don't know what level it evolves at though, so I figured that it would be too high, and since this game is just a demo and it only goes out to the second gym, we might not have even gotten to the point to evolve that Olvie. But man, this Pajambas is actually taking a while to take down right now. The first Pokemon of the episode always seems to take the longest for some reason. Then again, maybe it's because we're using a new Pokemon as well, and he's not really super battle ready. I thought that maybe Aychem or Aychem would be just ready to go as soon as we put him into battle, but our little chainsaw wasn't really quite ready, I guess. Oh, Lady Nancy only had 1 Pokemon too, so maybe that was it. Maybe that Pajambas was actually pretty high level, and our chainsaw Aychem there couldn't handle it. I feel a little bit bothered by him chasing us though, because it looks kind of cool when we're running through the grass. It looks like he's cutting it down for us, but why is he mowing it after we go through it? Shouldn't he be running ahead of us? Like, it literally looks like he's chopping off our legs a little bit. I don't know, maybe that's just me imagining things, but hey, I actually forgot about this route and the fact that it has a whole bunch of baby Pokemon in it, because of course the daycare is right next to here, and please let me run away. Okay, that's good. At least we got experience for that last battle too. We didn't get too much, but actually I'd be a little bit worried if we didn't get any experience at all. That would be just totally unfair, dude. But over here we got another item, and yeah, I guess now that we got done with that, I did want to talk about my absence to last week and what has been going on. There will definitely be some more vlogs, but as you guys may know, I was in Puerto Rico, and I mentioned in the last episode that I had a setup to record in, and I would totally have some videos for you guys daily, even while I was over there. But little did I realize that the very next day, I actually went over to my friend's house, and he lives right in front of the beach, and it was so sick. He actually did have an internet setup and stuff, but I didn't really have the best setup to record, even though I had internet to upload. So it was basically the opposite of where I was staying before, where the internet was really crappy, but I was able to record at least. So either way, I guess at the end of the day, I realized that I was kind of on a vacation, and staying at the beachfront and stuff like that pretty much just made me vacation mode full time. So I'm sorry I took a whole week, but I have no excuses this time around. I was just really enjoying the island. In Puerto Rico, I've honestly have a newfound appreciation. I mean, I've always really appreciated it because it's where I was born and stuff, but I think I have a newfound appreciation for just the natural beauty that it is, honestly. All the beaches and mountains and nature, and I guess, I don't know, just being in the beachfront was super duper nice. And as I mentioned, there will be vlogs coming very soon, as well as more daily Pokemon videos now that I'm back home. So yeah, Spectrum, we can hopefully finish up very soon, because I think I was saying that this is a demo, and it goes up to 2 gyms. So we've got the first badge. Whenever we get to the next city, I'm expecting there will be a gym somewhere nearby, and that'll probably be getting close to the end of the game. But not that I'm trying to rush through this though, because this game has been super awesome so far, and I honestly really missed it, even though, as I just mentioned, I was pretty busy during this last week. I barely had any time to even get on the computer, let alone record. So again, I apologize, guys. I know this channel hasn't been super consistent lately, but there's no other way for me to prove that I can be consistent again, aside from doing it. So now that I'm back home, look out for the videos every day at, you know, whatever time it is I upload. I don't know. Every day I seem to upload at different times, actually. So maybe that's another thing I'll work on once again, because I was definitely way more scheduled. Whoa, okay. I wasn't really expecting that quick attack to take us down there, but dang. That Rhypek was, yeah, a little bit stronger than I thought. So let's send out our own Rybeak to teach him a lesson. This is what you could evolve into one day, little dude, but you won't, because you're gonna die right now, or at least faint, just like our little Pansurge. I should probably heal up Aychem, by the way, because I would love for him to actually get in these battles, get some action in, but not really happening when you know, he's this low HP and asleep. At least he's getting experience though. Not like, are you serious? Has he been level 13 this whole time? Because I feel like he should have gained a level by now. But then again, we haven't really battled that many trainers. I have a feeling that not that much time has gone by, and I just feel in my head that so much time has passed, but we've actually only battled like 1 or 2 trainers. But yeah, this is probably the second one. Either way, let's hit you up with a couple of confusions, buddy. We were able to handle these no problem over in the first gym, so I wouldn't expect us to have any troubles with it now. Though I'm actually still curious what the heck our hidden power is, because I was like, I don't think it was, yeah, it was neutral effective against dragons, so still don't really know what it could be. There's a lot of typings that are neutral effective against them, so yep, there goes another day, another camper, and hey, this is a youngster. And I do agree, this route is pretty dang hard to navigate. As you guys might have noticed, I've been here for like 3 episodes now. Pretty sure this is the 3rd episode that we've spent here on Route 5. Never seen this Pokemon though, that's for sure. What the heck is a Touring? Seems to be some, like a Minotaur based Pokemon here, but he's also got the ring on his nose. I guess that's the ring part of it, but why the heck does he have like a fish looking tail? Am I imagining that, or does it actually look like that? Because it kind of looks like he has a fin at the end of his tail too. So I don't know, it makes him look like he might be part water type. I highly doubt it though. It's probably just a normal type Pokemon here, but very weird looking normal type. That's all I'm trying to say. If you were going for a weird looking Chimera Minotaur thing, you nailed it, guys. You definitely did it. And now it's raging at us. That's okay. Let's return the rage and take it down. And I think that was actually the only Pokemon for that kid there. Oh wait, never mind. He's actually got an Olvie. I was about to say an Olvie of his own, but I did end up putting Olvie away in the PC because I thought that maybe we'd get into a different route way sooner than this and actually get to catch some new Pokemon, because I'd love to catch something new in this episode. I think most episodes so far we've had the chance to at least catch 1 new Pokemon. So I really thought that maybe we'd run into something new in this episode. Hey, we might still run into Touring. I don't really know. That's like the newest thing that we've seen so far in a minute, but whoa. We just got Licked, son, and that is not great, because we're actually Psychic type, and of course Lick, being a ghost move for whatever reason, is gonna hurt quite a lot. Oh my gosh, critical hit, for real? Alright, well I wasn't counting on that one. Now we better hope that this is one of the last few trainers, because otherwise, we're gonna be in for a classic MunchingOrange, whiting out or blacking out, depending on the game. I think it was blacking out in this one, but Yeah, we definitely don't want that to happen. I'm going to try to avoid it as much as I can. We could have avoided it a little bit better if I just healed up, you know, parry for once, but I wasn't expecting that thing to critical hit. I'm never expecting the critical hits, man. I feel like I should just try to predict them at this point. Just like, yeah, there's probably going to be a critical hit here. I might as well heal up, but no, that's never how it goes down. Where do I get more potions? I don't know, dude. That kind of reminds me of all the tourists asking where El Moro is at, which I talked about in one of the Puerto Rico vlogs. But yeah, there's a pretty famous spot in Puerto Rico that I guess actually I noticed since before when I lived there. There's always been a lot of tourism, especially around the San Juan area, which if you guys ever go to Puerto Rico or ever think of having like a family vacation, man, I can't even talk. There's so much things I wanted to talk about actually about Puerto Rico now that I'm back and I can kind of analyze everything looking back at it. But for one thing, the first thing I should mention is for the last, I guess, week, or no, actually it's been like almost 3 weeks since I left. So I've been pretty much speaking only Spanish for the last 3 weeks. So I apologize first if I can't really get my words off correctly. But now that I'm having to switch back to just thinking and speaking in English, it takes a little bit of adjusting time, I guess. My brain needs to buffer for a little bit, maybe load and start thinking in English again. But either way, what I was saying was there's always been a lot of tourism there, but I feel like lately, or this time going back there, maybe because I myself felt like more of a tourist doing all the kind of vacation-y stuff that I could think of, I definitely started to notice how many tourists there actually are there. And I gotta say, it's pretty dang awesome, because I guess I was just used to seeing mostly Puerto Ricans all the time, but being and staying in the San Juan area, there's a whole bunch of diversity of people, and that's kind of what I got used to here in the US. So it didn't really feel like I left. It was more like Puerto Rico felt more like the US, I guess, which I don't know how Puerto Ricans feel about that, but I thought it was kind of cool. Like, they have Uber and stuff now, which they definitely didn't have before, and I'm a pretty big fan of Uber. I tend to get around using it here, and getting around using it there was actually really cool too, because all the Uber drivers and stuff speak Spanish. And yeah, I don't know, I feel like sometimes, even though I definitely know a lot more English than Spanish now, sometimes the words just flow differently, you know, if that makes any sense. Those of you that speak 2 languages or are bilingual, I guess, might know what I'm saying, but you tend to kind of dominate one language more than the other, which I feel like I definitely know more English than Spanish, but at the same time, the way I think in Spanish is definitely way different. But anyway, aside from all that and the amounts of awesomeness that there were had this last week in Puerto Rico, we are actually in quite a pickle here in the Pokemon games. So if I can't take down this EV, we could definitely end up blacking out, but I'm not going to let it happen. Thankfully, we have a potion for once, boys. And hey, Raibi can even get a level here. I think that'll actually let him catch up to Perry as well. Perry the Platypus. Man, I actually haven't seen Phineas and Ferb in such a long time, though, so it's great that we can have the Phineas and Ferb Franco. Why did I even think of Philly D? Now I actually don't know. See, this is what I'm saying, guys. My brain is just not really working. It takes a little bit of adjusting after I get back to the US, I guess. But anyway, well, yeah, Perry the Platypus. I haven't seen him in a long time. I might actually go watch some Phineas and Ferb later, just because I always like that show, and you know, I'm always looking for something random to throw on the TV while working on other stuff. But anyway, here's a Hyper Potion, and actually the end of this route, I believe, or at least I really hope it is, because there's definitely been a change of terrain. Before we head on up there, though, let's grab this Dusk Ball. Actually kind of cool, because it is getting kind of dark in the game, if you guys can't tell. Yes, we're finally here at Color Rock, the north, I guess, of it. And I don't think this area... Well, it's kind of like a town. I guess it doesn't say town, but I figured that these wouldn't be trainers. This rock has some very interesting aspects that I'm here to study. This place is a huge attraction for travelers who come to this region. Hey, that's kind of crazy, because I was just talking about Puerto Rico kind of becoming an attraction, I feel like, with all the tourists coming out there and just people going out to visit it, which, like I said, I am all for it, because I love talking about Puerto Rico and how many nice things there are there, especially. I don't know, I guess everything about it is honestly pretty nice for visiting. But I guess living there is pretty dang different, which is why I guess I haven't lived there for a while. But there are many myths about this rock and its origins. There are a lot of rare stones in there too. Oh, so there isn't actually a Pokemon Center or a healer here. Yes, thank goodness! This man will heal us, because we definitely needed some healing. And I'm glad we talked to him before heading all the way back to the other town, because it looks like The adventure has just begun for today, ladies and gentlemen. Let's head into the color. Never mind. It's our rival. We meet again, huh? I already have my first badge, so I've gotten far better since our first encounter. I doubt you were able to beat Liz. If so, prove that you had the skill to do it. Okay. Even though I totally beat her before you, but it's time to take on our rival, Knight, once again. And I wonder how many new Pokemon he's got this time, always with the swag, pulling down those goggles, I guess. Reminds me of a Digimon tamer. But his Pokemon, or his first one, is going to be a Muscle here. Or should I just say Muscle? I guess it's just Muscle. But this thing is definitely the evolution of Skagit, which we have faced many times in the forest. And I think I'm just going to go for a Thunder Shock to start things off. I don't really know if this is going to do good damage or any damage at all. But, you know, anything is better than nothing. And he goes for Iron Defense. So I guess it's a good thing we've got special moves instead of physical. So let's go for another Thunder Shock. I'm really hoping that we can learn a better electric move soon though, but oh wow. I actually kind of forgot. This Aychem here is half grass, so those bug bites are going to hurt. You know, we could actually take way quicker care of this with Rybeak. I just don't feel like it because I feel like Rybeak and Perry take out almost every Pokemon, so I want to give some of our other buddies a shot, but they're definitely not ready for it, I guess. I don't know. Pansurge, I guess, could be ready for it if we found that Thunderstone. And the guy said that we can find some pretty rare rocks inside of the color rock here, so I'm really hoping we can get a Thunderstone, maybe even a Dragon Scale. I think someone mentioned in the comments that might be how we evolve Eevee into Drakeon. Because, yeah, I guess Drakeon is the only new evolution. I thought that they added evolutions for, like, every type there wasn't an Eevee, but that ended up being Olvie, actually. That's what I was talking about. So, Olvie evolves into every evolution that there isn't an evolution of. That isn't Drakeon, I guess. Drakeon's the only one that they added on, but there we go. We finally took down the Muscle, our rival's first Pokemon down, and next up is going to be Dragon. We fought Dragon plenty of times now. You know, your boy that Liz had that evolves into a pretty crazy Komodo dragon from what I've seen. I don't know, I couldn't really help it after a while, guys. I think I mentioned that I was going to show you or put a link to the wiki down below so that you guys could check out all the Pokemon available in this game. And I myself eventually couldn't resist it. I had to have a look-see, and there's some pretty cool stuff. I mean, I guess between all the Pokemon fan games I've played now, there's always some really awesome ones that I wish were real Pokemon, but oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding me. This thing has got the Dragon Rage, much like Liz has had back at the gym, and I don't think we're gonna take it out in one hit. So yeah, this is gonna be Perry going down. Nope, never mind. Perry's a beast, and you went for Dragon Tail. Don't know why you did that, but now Dragon goes down. Oh man, I was actually kind of hoping that Aychem could finish it off, get more experience, but actually I don't think that would have worked out anyway. But anyway, his final Pokemon is going to be Combat, which I'm guessing is the evolution of Kokowala, the grass starter. You got it? What is this? What are you doing, dude? What are you doing for real? I loved it, especially when he, did that little thing there. This is a pretty weird looking evolution. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like it, but in a derpy way. Like, it doesn't really look too cool or anything, but then again, the second stage evolutions of the starters kind of always look a little bit derpy in every generation, especially sixth generation. You know what? I'm just gonna say all of them. There's too many dang generations of Pokemon, man. And I don't know. I feel like generally the second stage evolution is supposed to be like the kind of awkward teenager phase. At least Pokemon Sun and Moon and X and Y definitely had that vibe. But this game seems to be following suit a little bit. And actually, I'm a little bit scared of this Razor Leaf. It was hurting a little bit. Ooh, 2 HP. But we are living. And that means one more peck will hopefully finish it off for the win here against our rival Knight. And yeah, I just realized we were still waiting to get into Color Rock. Wow, that delayed us quite a bit, didn't it? Oh well, a rival battle's a rival battle, and we took him down. So that's pretty nice. Even after beating a gym leader, I still can't win, huh? What do I do? Defeat more leaders? Yes. I can't even read your dialogue for some reason, but I understood what you were saying, and I totally agree, Knight. You gotta go out there, beat all the gym leaders that you can, and then maybe you'll stand a chance against me. Probably not still, I'm not really sure. You are our rival in this game, and I guess rivals are destined to lose at the end of the day. But let's finally head into the Color Rock base. And over here we've got the professor staring at some kind of rainbow rock Oh, there's another rainbow rock down there, actually. Hello again, Orangey. I'm doing some research in this area related to the strange nature of these rocks. Have you heard of shiny Pokemon? Apparently this area has something to do with the increased rate of shiny Pokemon in the Chroma region and their alternate color. Maybe you've even seen one already. Another piece of speculation regarding Color Rock is that it's sourced of the evolutionary stones. Interesting indeed. Very interesting stuff, Professor. I have unfortunately not run into a shiny Pokemon yet. And I unfortunately don't think I ever will. Even in this game, which apparently has an increased rate of shinies, I probably still won't run into one because, I don't know, I just have the worst luck with shiny Pokemon, honestly. Is that a Mega Stone right there, by the way? Because I definitely just saw a Mega Stone and also a new Pokemon. So we get to see one after all. Oh my gosh. Did you guys see that for a second there? This thing is probably a flying type, by the way, so we might just kill it here, but I don't care because we got to see such a cool Pokemon. Are those its eyes down there? What the? You see that? It like opens up for a second. I don't know if those are its eyes or maybe the little red dots under it. You gotta be kidding me. You really disabled it? Alright, bruh. Here's the uproar. Hopefully that finishes it off. Nice. Oh, maybe I should have actually caught it. I had a chance there. Didn't really think about it though. The experience was just looking a little bit too juicy for Aychem right now. And even learning conversion, I guess, which I'm not really a huge fan of, so I think I'm going to go ahead and not do that right now. I guess maybe it would have been helpful though if we get any more Aychem evolutions later on, or I guess forms. What the heck? Dynatite. There's some pretty interesting Pokemon in this cave so far. A Dynamite Pokemon. I'm assuming this thing's probably a fire type, maybe a fire and rock type, so definitely going to try to catch it because I don't think we actually have gotten a chance to even get any fire types yet. And I would definitely love to get me some. Ooh, a Dusk Ball. We actually got those, or got that one just now too, so might as well make good use of it. And maybe we'll run into another one of those Glowbats or whatever that thing was called. But for now, we've got ourselves Dynatite. At least we got a new Pokemon after all. I thought that we might end up getting one, so I made space for it. And hey, I even guessed the typing right. Rock and fire. Hangs from the ceilings of caves until it decides to explode and drop down on anything in its path. Jeez Louise, man, it's literally like a dynamite stalactite. I just realized that's literally what it's named after. The stalactites that kind of drop down from caves. We will, but we need your Eevee first. What? No, it's my Pokemon. Ha! Then we don't have a choice. You'll thank us later. What the heck? Who are these people? They stole my Eevee. Can you help me get it back? Sure thing, I gotcha, girl. I'm pretty sure that Eevee was shiny, so that's like more incentive to go and get it, but you can keep going. I'll stay with her. Alright, Professor, that's kind of cool, I guess, of you, but I would have liked to stay with the girl too. Maybe for once you can go save the day. Why don't I get to just chill out and relax? I don't know, man. These Pokemon games, I'm getting sick and tired of always being the main character. Why can't I just sit back and be the rival and get my butt kicked for once, you know? I guess that's kind of what I do all the time, but I don't know. Anyway, this time around, we get another chance to catch Goldblatt here. It's actually called Goldblatt. It's not Glowbat. I thought it was Glowbat, but it's just Goldblatt. What kind of name is Goldblatt? I don't even want to know, dude. They literally just switched around the B and L and you got the good old Goldbat, but there we go. Another new Pokemon. And that's all that matters. We gotta catch them all, right? Hashtag gotta catch them all, something. I was actually gonna guess Dark and Flying type for this thing, but I didn't want to say it because I feared that maybe I wouldn't get it right and then I'd look like a noob, but then again, it's just a guessing game. Anyway, hope you read the description of it because I sure didn't. And you are going straight to the PC, little man. Dark and Flying type, though. That is pretty cool. Anyway, I guess we can't get down to that Mega Stone that I noticed over there, so let's instead keep trekking deeper into the cave. And oh my goodness, can we really not escape the Pallet Rangers? Whoa, what is this actually? Hello? Oh, giving us the thumbs down, Anonymous Grunt. That's actually kind of cool. Team Anonymous up in here. I don't really know if that's the name of the team in this game, but it said Anonymous Grunt, and I'm assuming, you know, the question mark on their face does kind of, I guess, signify or represent anonymity. I can't say that word, but maybe you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, Team Anonymous has struck, and I've actually been curious of who these guys are because we did see a guy with a question mark mask back at the Pokemon Center in Gobi Town or Village or whatever. And I didn't really think he was part of any evil team, but I guess maybe he was. Now we got Team Anonymous in here. Can't help but think of, you know, the actual Anonymous people on the interwebs. But I guess they use the Guy Fawkes mask, so I'm pretty sure it's unrelated to this Team Anonymous. But I am excited to find out more about them. They kind of do remind me, though, of the Palette Rangers from Pokemon Prism, which, by the way, now that I'm back home, I can definitely do some more Pokemon Prism. I checked out earlier, and my save file seems to be A-OK, and still working from the last time that I played it. So even though it's been pretty much 3 weeks, almost a month already, I'm definitely ready to get back to it. So I didn't start the fire. Ooh, Ryan started the fire? It was always burning and their heads were churning, and I don't actually know the lyrics to that song, but I know what he's talking about. I get the reference, dude. He's got a Panseer though, and that's definitely not something for Aychem to handle. I've also just remembered Aychem's typing, the electric and grass type, is actually one that we're a little bit familiar with from not that long ago in Pokemon Uranium. There was definitely Gelin. I forgot what I called it though. Didn't I have a nickname for it? I really don't know right now, but it was either Nupin and Gelin were the official names, I think. And then if I had a nickname on it, then I'm sorry, I can't remember for some reason, but they were definitely grass and electric type. Though their design was definitely very different from whatever Aychem is. I guess he's a chainsaw, ghostly, possessive. No, actually, this is not a ghost possessing a chainsaw. It's a robot, actually. Huh. It's completely man-made. I know Rotom is literally a ghost Pokemon inhabiting machines, but I think Aychem is actually a machine. So it's fully programmed. It's not even like a... Is it life, I guess? It's artificial life or something like that. What do you call that? I don't know, dude. This thing should die and no problem, the water gun, though, because it is 4 times super effective. Though, of course, I spoke too soon. It's got sturdy. Of course it's got sturdy. We could have actually checked that on our own, but for some reason, either it didn't show us or I just didn't think about it. But there we go. We can finish it off no problem with one more confusion. And that's it. He did start the fire. Oh my gosh, guys. Carlos started the fire. It wasn't always burning. It was Carlos that got it going. And I guess there's another wild Pokemon. Oh boy, it's Goldblatt, my favorite. I guess there's no harm in actually taking it down here. More experience for Aychem as well, because yeah, we're taking these guys down pretty easily, to be honest. And since we don't have any repels anyway, you know, we're gonna start running into wild Pokemon, so might as well take them down as we go. But yeah, I guess we're gonna take on this hiker here, and that'll probably be the end of this episode. Because I've noticed that this cave does go on for quite a while longer, and I'm expecting that, you know, the deeper we get in there, the more of those anonymous grunts will start showing up. Or there's probably just 2 of them, and then we save that little girl's Pokemon. But either way, well, what I'm saying is we're going to be leaving that for the next episode, because this one's been going on for a little bit now, but not to get too ahead of ourselves, we still do have to take down this hiker here, so the heck did it just go for? Kidding me, bro? You're really trying to hurt my platypus with fire? That other guy said he didn't start the fire, but I have a feeling, or the other guy said he did start the fire, but I have a feeling it was actually this dude with his Dynatites. Well, the other guy was a fire breather, though. I don't know, maybe it was both of them. They worked in cahoots, man. The fire breather got the fire going, and the other guy supplied the Dynatites, and then it really got going. I'm figuring this out, guys, don't worry. Even though this is totally a made-up scenario that doesn't really matter, I'm figuring it out. I'm getting to the bottom of how this fire was started. Oh, and they have sturdy. I seem to have forgotten about that in the few seconds that it took to get to this next battle from the last one, but at least it hurt itself in confusion. And I guess... Wait, what? Oh. It looked for a second as if Plat Splash also got hit in confusion, but I'm like, I'm confused myself because I didn't even use a move. The battle's over. Anyway, here we got a repel, which is exactly what we were looking for. And now that is actually going to be the end of this episode. So yeah, I guess we'll head on up further past Mr. Fire Breather. And whoa, what the heck? Okay. I guess Lunalisk here didn't want us to quite end off the episode yet, because what even is this? I mean, I can pretty much tell it's a pre-evolution of Lunarock here. Or Lunatone, sorry, that's what it's called. It's Solrock and Lunatone. But I guess it's just really unexpected, and I also have no Pokeballs, of course. Alright, well, it's not like I really wanted a Lunatone anyway, so we'll finish this off and then actually finish off the episode. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned because, as I mentioned, this time around, I'm not joking, we will be bringing it back to the daily episodes. Oh my gosh, is there really another Pokemon? I really thought it was going to be a pre-evolution of Solrock this time around, but even though I think it does exist, we're not going to run into it just yet. but maybe we'll find it in the next episode. So yeah, stay tuned for the next episode, and peace out, everyone.